Well, good afternoon from Hong Kong. I think it's close to 3 p.m. on Christmas Eve day of 2016 here in Hong Kong, and I want to make a video of efficiency being off grid. May and I here in Hong Kong, we're off grid, so we generate all of our electricity using our solar panels and to our DC battery bank. And so our battery bank is 24 volts. So now the thing is I've been doing a lot of things. Now I've got solar power coming in charging our battery bank. I've got a 4,000 watt inverter that converts DC power to AC power. Well, now just turning on the inverter, I've learned that even though they say, oh yes, this inverter is 92% efficient, well it's not. It's 87% efficient. So the thing is how can I eliminate this 13% or this efficiency issue from 100% efficiency to 87% efficiency? I want to get back to 100% efficiency. So no matter what you do, there's wires. There's wires there, and there's resistance. There will always be resistance. Where there's resistance, there is heat, and heat is your efficiency loss. So from the DC battery bank, solar panels come in, charge my battery bank, go out to an inverter. Well, I want to eliminate that because, again, that's almost 20% loss of the power that I make. I mean, common sense. It's a no-brainer, right? Well, anyway, I've got this TV. This is an LED TV. Let's go and I don't know if you can see this, but it says LED IDTV. That's what this TV is. Well, anyway, the voltage that comes in, it goes from my DC battery bank, goes to my inverter in 87% efficiency, then changes the DC power into AC power, and then it comes to another wall wart, is what a lot of people call it, or a brick. And so from AC power, it changes it back to DC power. So on the inside here on this circuit board, I don't know if you can see this, but I've got red wires and a black wire. It's DC power. This takes AC power, comes in, changes it back to DC power. Well, why do I need an inverter? Why do I need AC power to come in? Because my batteries are already DC power, direct current. This is 12 volt. So now, like here, this is a DC 400, which means I've got 40 amps spike maximum, and I have a continuous of 30 amps. 30 amps coming out at 13.8 volts coming out. And that's what this needs. This needs 13.8 volts, 12 volts. Because 13.8 volts is a float voltage, and that's what that puts out. Same as the right here. This right here is my radio, and this plays all my music. And down below, I think you can see down here, this is a USB. This is 64 gig. There we go. A little Bob Marley. Life is good. But I've got 4 zones. I can control all of my audio straight from this. But I take 24 volts and I turn it into 12 volts. That's what I do here. Now the thing is, with this TV, it's a 24-inch LED TV. but it's AC in, AC converts back to 12 volts DC. Why not use the 12 volt DC? Because I have efficiency there. Converting from DC to AC power, I have an 87% efficiency ratio on that. Well, duh. I'm not a stupid man, but damn it. Why would I go from DC to AC and then convert back to DC? Well, that's a no-brainer, right? So what I've done is I've got this apart, and I've got my multi-testers. I got different. I want to know what my voltage outputs are and stuff, and so that's what I'm doing today. And so now this is entertainment. May and I work on this boat. We varnish, we sand, we fix wood, we do all kinds of things on this boat to keep this little girl afloat. But now the thing is, how do we eliminate the loss of efficiency? Now, everybody has been watching the news, and everybody sees that, this American election, which it does affect the entire world. So now the thing is how do we make it more efficient? May and I want an efficient lifestyle. So now with an efficient lifestyle, I want to go and I want to eliminate AC to DC to AC to DC. So now that's what I'm doing today. And now the other thing is this computer that's on right now is running off of my inverter. This is a Mac Mini. I don't know if you can see it. See a little light down there? But anyway, that little Mac Mini and these hard drives that are there, external hard drives, but the thing is they take AC power in and they convert it to DC power. So this TV is 12 volt DC power, 12 volt. Comes in, so that's a maximum of 13.9 volt input, DC power input. So, okay, well, I've got a battery bank down here. I'm running from that 24 volts, converts it down to 13.8 volts. Let's make this work. So now I want to run this off of my battery bank. Zero efficiency. Well, it's not a zero efficiency loss. But anyway, DC to DC. And now here's another thing. Oops, there goes my soldering iron. I've got a I bought this in Hong Kong years ago. This is an Apple TV first generation. AC power comes in. AC power comes in right here. But you know, on the inside of this gadget, there's two outputs. There is one DC output that is 12 volt. There's a second DC output, which is 5.1 volts. So I said, I contacted a factory here in China. And they said, oh, sure, Alan, we can make that for you. That's not a problem. So I said, that's fantastic. So inside this is a 160 gig hard drive. Well, I can go to the computer center in Mongkok, and I can buy a 500 gig hard drive to replace this. And I do not require to run that computer off the grid. So I can put all of my movies, all of my music, all of that on this device. And on the output, HDMI, I've got all these left and right audio. I've got the fiber optic or whatever the hell it is. But anyway, I can connect this and I can do everything. DC to DC. That is what's great about it. Now the other thing is, see, I'm in the V-berth. I'm in the That's my bedroom right there. So anyway, what we have is I'm in the V berth. Well, now if we're up on the top deck, and that Wi-Fi signal is going to be kind of iffy, like that. Well, now the thing is, I went and I bought one of these because I ran this off of AC power. It's an Airport Express. So I don't even know what generation this one is. But anyway, this uses 5 volts. 5 volts! So I can go and from my Wi-Fi connection, that's right up here. See all these little lights that are flashing here. That's my GSM. And that, plus we have satellite as well. But we're not going to talk about satellite right now. But this is GSM. This is a mobile connection. This is my internet connection. That's my Wi-Fi. And so this comes in, it goes down. But now I can extend. I can extend my Wi-Fi network using the Airport Express. But guess what? It's AC input in, but on the inside it's DC powered. So I'm going to convert that. So from 9 volt to 36 volt input down to 5 volt, I'm going to go and have this on the main deck. So I'm going to extend my Wi-Fi network. For anyone that comes on the boat with a phone, with a smartphone, and we're going to play their music. Because we can. That's what's great about it. Because this is fun. Life is fun. Now, the other thing is, because of this Apple TV first generation, now the operating system is not up to date because Apple, just like any other operating system, they say, okay, we're going to stop updates for this unit, and we're only going to update for the newest unit. So this is a 3rd generation Apple TV. Well, this television right here that you see before you, and that I can connect 3rd generation Apple TV. This goes, and this takes, I think it's 5 volts. I have to go back to my records to go and look. But this unit, I can go, instead of taking a DC power to AC power back to a DC power that powers Apple TV 3rd generation, I can just go DC to DC. And I believe it's 5 volts. What's great about that is the factories in mainland China will make me a power supply where I can take 9 to 36 volt input, go down to 5 volt, and power this little monkey. And from this little monkey, I can go and get everything that's modern because this is still supported by the Apple TV operating system. It'll continue to be updated. This unit, which is Apple TV 1, is restricted. This one is not. So now with this, I can have, because this has 3, count them, 3 HDMI inputs. So now I can still have DC, solar panels come in, charge my batteries, DC power powers this monkey. That's what it's all about. It's simple, it's efficient. What we do living off the grid is about efficiency. We don't just do it like, well, I'm going to stick it to the man. God, no. We do it because we care. We want to be self-sufficient. And here we go. There it is. A good glass of California Red. No problems. But now with this, this is the first generation of the Airport Express. Inside this, 3.3 volts, DC powered. I can take 24 volts DC power, replace the power supply on this, and it runs on 3.3 volts. My battery bank, down below this carpet, that is where the DC power comes from. I can go and put this up on the very top deck. So when May and I have her family, our friends, etc., 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 this will extend our Wi-Fi network. But again, this is AC input, but on the inside, it's DC powered. We eliminate that loss of efficiency. And that's what we're going to do. And so the next video after this one, you're going to see Alan and May living happily off the grid as all our other videos do. But this time, with DC to DC for so many applications, using Apple, which I love. I love Apple. Apple California is amazing. The loss of Steve Jobs is atrocious. It breaks my heart. And the new management under the new executive has no idea what to do with Apple, in my opinion. And the new MacBook Pro is a prime example. So the thing is, off the grid, DC to DC is what we need to do. DC to DC. We can do it, but there's some weird stupidity that states we need to go from DC to an AC inverter back to DC. That's stupid. Absolutely stupid. And for May and I here in Hong Kong, let's eliminate stupidity and just be happy and love life. To all of you, in whatever part of the world that you're in, May and I wish you the warmest, the biggest virtual hug you have ever had in the world. A great, great Merry Christmas with love, hugs, and kisses. Be good, be safe, and always, always be well. Merry Christmas, guys. Bye-bye.